Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. So in this part we discuss the question of the poem An Elementary School Classroom in Islam. Okay, have a look at the question. What is the color of show cream walls? What is the color of the show cream walls? Why the poet has used this expression? Why the poet has used this expression? In the second stanza of the poem, the poet mentions a lot of thing about the classroom walls. And the first thing he says about the show cream walls. They haven't been repaired for a longer period of time. They have very bad smell. As far as the color of the show cream is concerned, it is off-white. Off-white matmela. Why the poet has used this expression? The poet has used this expression to show the real condition of these slum children, the real situation, real phenomena, the real aspect of these slum children, where they right now surviving in utter poverty. You know very well that they are suffering from various type of disease. They are suffering from genetic disorders and always have remained throughout the lifetime. So, as far as the expression, to use this expression is concerned, it is totally to show the condition of those slum children. Take the second question, the walls of the classroom. The walls of the classroom are decorated with the pictures of Shakespeare, building with domes, and so many other objects also decorated in the classroom walls. Among them, open-handed man, beautiful valleys, How do these contrast? The question is, how do these contrast with the world of the children? I have a suggestion. Never try to crank such type of questions, because most of the answer involved in the question itself. Let's see. The walls of the classroom are decorated with the pictures of Shakespeare, building with dome, open-handed map, beautiful valley, rising sun. There are so many objects, fabulous objects were pasted on one of the classroom. Now the question is, how do these contrast with the world of the children? You know very well that these objects have nothing to do. They are totally useless for those slum children. They are suffering from various diseases. They are suffering from genetic disorders, and they have to survive their entire life in the unhygienic condition. Now you tell that what is the role of having the picture of William Shakespeare there? What is the role of building the dome, open-handed map, the map that shows exactly the world existed, but their world is not being seen in that particular map? So we can say these objects have nothing to do for these slum children. They have to remain very poor. If these objects something to do with these slum children, there is only one significant thing. The poet says that these objects may tempt them. These objects may tempt them to steal. Otherwise, there is no role at all for these children having, these objects having on the walls of the classroom. As far as the picture of William Shakespeare is concerned, everyone knows about a great literary scholar, the father of English literature, but they didn't fulfill their daily requirements. Then what is the purpose of having the picture of William Shakespeare there? Building with domes, open-handed map, beautiful valley, tireless valley also situated there. So there is lots and lots of contrast with these objects to the children, because the children are living below standard, below poverty line. So we can say there is a huge contrast with these objects to the small or poor children. Let's see another question. What does the poet want? What does the poet want? What does the poet want for the children? For the children of the slums. कवि उन बच्चों के लिए, स्लम में रहने वाले बच्चों के लिए क्या चाहता है? उस कवि का सीधा सा कहने का मतलब ये है कि these children should be away from that enhancing condition. Their poverty must be remote. They should they should remain in a very healthy condition. There should be social justice with them. There should be class equalities. The poet wants to say that these children must be away from those such type of the localities where they are right now living. Their life standards should be improved. According to the poet also urges to the visitor, inspector and governor. As you know, in the very last stanza, the poet makes a humble request to all of those that these poor children should be away from those localities where right now they are surviving. So the poet wants a healthy life for them. The poet wants that they should be prosperous. The poet wants that they remain in a situation where they can spend their life freely, or there should be the expression of thought for those slum children. So the poet wants lots and lots of things for those slum children. You may write down such type of things. Another question, why does Spender call? Why does Spender call Shakespeare as wicked and made a bad example? Let's see. In the third stanza, the first phrase is mentioned that surely Shakespeare is wicked and made a bad example. It's a very important question. In recent CBSE exam, the question was also occurred. So it is important to understand the question and how you can write down the answer in a very perfect manner. The question is, why does Spender call Shakespeare as wicked and make a bad example? There are two things mentioned here. One is William Shakespeare as a wicked personality and make a bad example. So first thing you have to write down is that surely the poet doesn't mean to say that absolutely William Shakespeare is a wicked person. No. According to the poet doesn't want to say that William Shakespeare is a wicked person. Absolutely he isn't. He is a great literary scholar and map a bad example. Then why he said so? He said so in reference of these slum children. You have to know that the poet says that William Shakespeare is a wicked personality. No, isn't it? But in reference of these children, William Shakespeare is absolutely a wicked personality. And map a bad example. Why the poet says that map is a bad example? Because the map shows everything as the world exists. The map shows exactly as the world exists. There is nothing, away from the open-handed map. What the world exists is being shown in that particular map. Then why the poet says that it is a bad example? It is a bad example for slum children. Because their locality is not being seen in that particular map. That's why Stephen Spender says that William Shakespeare is wicked, but he is wicked in reference of these slum children because they haven't fulfilled their daily requirements. They have nothing to do with such type of a scholar. And map a bad example because that particular map doesn't show their locality. शेक्सपियर को विकेट इसलिए कहा गया है क्योंकि उन बच्चों के संदर्भ की बात की जाए तो उनको इस ग्रेट लिटरेरी स्कॉलर से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। वो अपनी दैनिक जरूरतों को पूरा करने में असमर्थ है, इस वजह से ये विकेट कहा गया है। उनके संदर्भ में कहा गया है क्योंकि वो अपनी दैनिक जरूरतों को पूरा नहीं कर सकते हैं। उनके लिए इस प्रकार के व्यक्तित्व का होना वहां पर यूजलेस है। दूसरी बात यह है कि मैप को बैड एग्जाम्पल इसलिए कहा गया है क्योंकि मैप जो है, जो ओपन हैंडेड मैप है, वो उसी तरीके से संसार को दिखाता है जिस प्रकार से एग्जैक्टली संसार है। लेकिन दिक्कत ये है कि इस संसार में उन स्लम एरिया में रहने वाले बच्चों का जो परिदृश्य है उसको शो नहीं किया गया है। कवि चाहता है कि इसकी जो वैल्यू है इस मैप की उन बच्चों के लिए तभी बनी रह सकती है, तभी सार्थक हो सकती है जब उन बच्चों को भी उस मैप में थोड़ी सी जगह मिले। इसीलिए कवि कहता है कि छोटा सा स्टेन वहां पर लगा देना चाहिए उस मैप के ऊपर जो उनकी लोकेलिटी को शो करे। यानी कि फिर से एक बार वही बात आती है कि पॉइंट जो है वो सोशल जस्टिस चाहता है, वो इक्वलिटी चाहता है, वर्ग विभिन्नता नहीं चाहता है, सामाजिक न्याय की बात करता है। इसलिए उसने विलियम शेक्सपियर को, स्कॉलर को एक तरीके से विकेट कहा है और मैप को बैड एग्जाम्पल कहा है। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन is also a very important question for you. Let's see. Have a look at the question that the poet says. The poet says, and yet for these children, these windows, not this map. Let's see. These windows, not this map, they are what? Okay? Try to understand. Yet for these children, these windows, not this map, their world. What is the real world for them then? After this statement, the question is, what is the real world for them? Okay, see, the poet says This is the statement. This is one of the line from the poem. And yet for these children, these windows. And yet for these children, slum children, these windows, restricted area, वो जो locality है उसके लिए, not this map their world is not exist, that is shown in the map. Try to understand the question. What is the real world for them? You know, there are two worlds. One is the exact world that is shown in the map. One is the exact world that is shown in the open-handed map. But here, have a look. And yet for these children, these slum children, these windows is their world. These window means the limited or restricted area is their world. And their world is not exactly that is shown in the open-handed map. So you can say the real world for these slum children is their poor locality where they are living. Their artificial world is maybe in that map, but that doesn't exist their locality. So what you have to say that exactly there are two world, exact world that is shown in the map, but another world that is the real world for the slum children is their residential place, poor locality where they spend their entire lifetime. So this is also one of the questions you have to learn. History is theirs. Another question. History is theirs whose language is the sun. According to the poet, history can only be created by those whose language may be just like sun. So the poet wants to say it is the matter of expression, freedom, and eloquence. So history is theirs. Only those persons can create history whose language is just like the sun. Here sun metaphor, language is equal to sun. एक तरीके से इनडायरेक्ट कंपैरिजन यहाँ पर किया गया है मेटाफर के तौर पर. तो हम कहेंगे कि इतिहास कभी कहता है कि सिर्फ उन लोगों का क्रिएट हो सकता है, बन सकता है जिसकी अभिव्यक्ति बहुत अच्छी हो, जिनकी अभिव्यक्ति अच्छी हो, सूर्य की तरह से चमकदार जिनकी भाषा हो, प्रभावशाली जिनका जो है इलोक्वेंस हो, उनके लिए ये बात की गई है. हिस्ट्री इज देयर whose language is the sun. The slum children, according to the poet wants to say that these slum children should be kept away from those unhygienic conditions, and they may be kept them under the blue sky, in open land, golden sand, and there must be the expression of thoughts for those slum children, and their language must be as similar to a sun, means very bright, full of eloquence. So this is the statement that history is theirs whose language is the sun. And lastly, there may be the question that what is the message? What is the message from the poem? So you have to say a very single thing, very emphatically, that the poet wants to say a very simple message through the poem, that he wants to create social harmony. The theme of the poem is social injustice and class inequalities. The poet wants that these young children should remain healthy, prosperous, and in open sky. Okay, so students, these are the few of the questions from the poem. Okay, have a nice day.